What's up guys, it's TechnoViking23 coming to you today with another Raid Shadow Legends video, and we are on the free-to-play account today. We're going to be talking a little bit about the Underpriest Brogni fusion that is coming up here in a couple of weeks. Now you guys know on the free-to-play account I don't usually go for the fusions just because it's a very large resource sink and oftentimes we don't have the resources to actually pursue the fusion events, but we do have some advanced notice on this one. This fusion is not going to start until April the 13th. It's still at the end of March, so we actually have about 2 weeks. I think it's about 16 days to actually get ready for this. So I'm pretty excited to actually maybe take a crack at this fusion. If you guys haven't seen Brogni yet, I'll stick a picture of him up on the screen. We'll talk about his kit really quickly, and then I'll tell you why I want to try to go for him. He has an A1 which attacks one enemy, Deep Crystal Scourge, which has a 45% chance of placing an HP burn for 2 turns. Pretty cool A1 that can place HP burn. I think this is similar to Sathalia. Hopefully it'll be able to have some books go into it to actually bring that 45% chance up a little bit. His A2 is called Cavern's Grasp. This attacks all enemies. It has a 75% chance of removing 1 random buff from all enemies. Also has a 75% chance of removing 1 random debuff from all allies. Increases the value of shield buffs on all allies by 30% of the damage inflicted. This seems like a pretty cool ability. It removes buffs from enemies and also has a cleanse ability for your own team, which I think is going to be important coming up against some of the new Doom Tower bosses they're releasing. So this kind of seems to have that in mind. And then also increases the value of any shield buffs, so that's pretty cool. A3 is called Resilient Glow. It places a block debuffs buff and a 50% increase attack on all allies for 2 turns. Also places a shield buff on all allies for 2 turns equal to 30% of this champion's maximum HP. The shield buff cannot be removed, so that's going to be interesting too. Some of the new Doom Tower bosses have a buff removal mechanic, so it will be interesting to see how that interacts there. But pretty good A3, good A2, really good A1. Very solid kit on this champion. And he also has a passive called Redoubt. Whenever an ally under a shield buff is attacked, reflects 25% of the damage inflicted on the shield back to the attacker. Also heals the ally by 25% of the damage inflicted on the shield. If there are multiple champions in the team with this skill, only one will activate. So pretty cool there. You've got some reflect damage built in and some healing built in based on the damage taken by that shield. So overall, just a really solid kit on this new dwarf legendary that is going to be fusible come April 13th. And on the free-to-play account, one of the reasons I want to try to go after this guy is we simply do not have that many dwarves. Now we have some good dwarves on this account. We have Bulwark at level 50. We have Ragnar Goldgleam, who we did get from the Pixniel fusion back in December because you'll remember on that fusion I knew we weren't going to have the resources to go after Pixniel, so I decided on the one champion of the epics I wanted to go for, and it was Ragnar, and that's what we wound up getting, so that was pretty cool. We also do have one other dwarf here somewhere. I think we have Rockbreaker, who's a very solid epic dwarf, but we have not had much of an opportunity to build him on this account. So we've got a couple decent dwarfs here, and it would be nice to get a legendary dwarf in addition to, of course, Mountain King here, so that we could have a solid team going into faction wars. So that's one of the reasons I want to go after Brogni and see if we can fuse him. Now, normally I wouldn't be going for this because, like I always say, on the free-to-play account, we try to focus on what we've already got. We try to focus on the champions we already have, building them, making them better. But we have so much time to prepare for this. That's kind of why I want to go for it. So I'm going to start basically, I think tomorrow, getting ready for this fusion. Now we've already started prepping a little bit. I'll kind of just explain to you guys my thoughts on this whole, like how we're going to prep for this. So you'll see here we got the free energy gift. This was from the login, the daily login. We get now the free pack out of the shop. Today was the energy refill. You can actually save those. They don't automatically go into your energy. So that's going to be good for 99 days. So we should get a couple of those packs here in the next 2 weeks. And I'm basically just going to save those so we have these energy packs available when those fusion events are up and running. Because like you guys know, it's going to be tournaments, it's going to be events, and they're basically going to have you get a certain amount of points in order to get the rares and to get the epics, hopefully, that will be in this fusion. It's going to be a traditional fusion, so let's just kind of look at Rosin. This is basically how it works. You'll have 4 rares that you have to get the 4-star, fully ascended, level 40, and then you'll have to fuse them into an epic, which you'll have to make 5 stars, fully ascended, level 50. So there will be events. We'll get an event calendar hopefully, and I'll be updating on this throughout the free-to-play series on Friday on how we're doing. But you'll have to get, or you'll have a chance to get these epics and also these rares from those events. You can also pull the rares and the epics from any shards that you do have. So there's kind of, you know, a couple different chances you'll have to get there. So basically this means we're going to have to get a lot of stuff ready to go. You'll get these rares at 3 stars, which means you're going to have a bunch of 3-star food ready to fuse these to get to level 40. Same thing with the epics. You'll need a bunch of 4 stars. So you're going to need, once you get that epic, you'll have to get it to level 40 and then fuse 4 4-star food into that. So you're basically going to need 16 4-star chickens. And then you're going to need, I'll probably do the math wrong off the top of my head, but then down here you would need 3 3-star chickens for each of these. So that's going to be 12, 24, 36, 48 3-star chickens and 16 4-star chickens. So you have time to start. It's probably a good thing to go ahead and start getting that food ready. So that's just one aspect you kind of need to be thinking of. Also, you're going to have to fully ascend everyone. So one of the things we're going to start doing tonight basically is we're going to go in here and we look at our potion inventory. We're going to basically start farming whatever potion keep is open that night. We're going to do at least 10 auto battles on it. We're going to spend some time in there building up our potion reserves because we're going to need all these potions to be able to ascend all these champions once we get them. So you can see here, you know, we're doing okay on the minor potions, but we don't have a lot of the bigger ones or the ones that you need at the very end. So we're going to be hitting up the potion keeps every single night that we can, getting ready for that. We got 2 weeks to go. We should be able to build up a nice little supply of those. The other thing I've started doing as well is going to the champion vault. You can see here we've already started to get some of these food champions built up. I got a couple 3 stars and a couple of 2 stars here. That's going to hopefully get better going through the week. We've expanded the vault a little bit, and this is going to come in handy too because there will most likely be a champion training event. There's probably going to be champion chase events, tournaments that you'll have to do in order to unlock some of the rare champions that you need to get to build this fusion. And we've got a bunch of other food champs here that we can actually start working on as well in the roster, trying to build up so we can have some stuff to feed in. Other thing too is, you know, look at your login calendar. If you're getting any shards, we just got a void shard yesterday. We're going to get another ancient shard on day 208, and then I think we get one on 217. I think that will still be within the fusion event, and also we get these 2, I believe. And then if we look at our monthly quest, we're actually going to complete this within the next 2 weeks. So right around the time the fusion starts, we'll have another sacred shard. We'll have another void shard. And sacred shard is about usually at minimum, I want to say 250 or 500 points. I can't remember what it's worth in the champion event, but I want to say 500, but I could be wrong on that. But it's a lot of points either way. So the more sacred shards you have to pull in those events, the easier it's going to be to put those points up on the leaderboard. And right now we do have 1 void shard. We have 4 ancient shards. We're going to be saving our mystery shards up so we can also pull all those for the champion chase and summoning events and get easy points with those. And then if you go into the arena and the 3v3 bazaar, you can actually buy 1 ancient shard per week. So we already bought 1 for this week. We should be able to get back up to 1,200 gold bars just doing our 3v3 pretty easily by next week, so we can get another one. And then of course you get the free ancient shard from the shop as well at once a week. So we should be able to acquire a couple of ancient shards for this event, so we have some stuff to pull to get those points in order to go after those rare and epic champions that we're going to need. So that's kind of what we're going to be doing. We're going to be hoarding food. We're going to be hoarding energy refills. We're going to be building up our potion supply. We have 2 weeks to get ready for this, which is pretty cool. That's why I'm very excited about this. The only thing is right now I was going to start sort of hoarding energy tonight, but I'm in first place in the spider tournament, which is pretty surprising. I'm not sure what's happened, but the last couple tournaments we've had, I've actually been able to win the champion training, and now I'm in first, and it's looking pretty good right now that we can get another set of 6-star relentless gear. Now, I was really excited in the champion training tournament because I won the set of 6-star legendary relentless gear, but then it all rolled crap substats, so it was kind of let down. So I'm hoping we can get another 6-star set that will have better rolls, that we'll be able to put that on Scylla of the Drakes. And that's kind of what we're hoping for there. So we're going to keep running the spider tonight just to make sure. I don't know if this guy's going to try to push at the end, but he's really not been pushing me too hard. He got within about 300 points the other night, and then since then I've kind of been blowing the doors off of him. So we're going to hopefully keep that up and win that 6-star set of gear. Once we're done with that spider tournament, we're basically going to go fully into save for the fusion mode. We're going to start building up our silver. We're not going to be spending any silver. We're only going to be rolling artifacts on the daily quest to get the 4 upgrade attempts. The rest of our silver we're going to save for the artifact enhancement event that will surely come up during that, and where we've been farming spider a lot lately for that tournament. You can see here we actually do have a lot of accessory gear that we can just roll to 4 to 8 to 12 to whatever to get those points. You want to try to be rolling like your legendary or your epic gear if you have it, because that's going to give you more points in those events. So that's what we'll kind of be doing. And maybe if we might even have to go through and sell some of this to get some silver to roll, but that's kind of what we're doing right now. And I'm pretty confident we'll be able to hopefully complete this fusion, given so much time to prepare. The only thing that I'm concerned with is going to be the arena. This is the tougher event because when they do the arena event, you get points based on your wins, and it depends on what level of arena you're in. You know, like in Gold 4, usually you get like 12 points per victory, but if you're down in Bronze, it's a lot less than that. We've actually managed to climb back up into Bronze 3, which is kind of surprising. You'll notice no one ever attacks me on defense, which is kind of odd. We don't really have a crazy good defense. You know, we got Kymar, we've got Mountain King, War Maiden, and Kale. We did rebuild Kale recently to hit a little bit harder, but you can see here we've actually been winning a good portion of our matches the last day or so. And what I kind of did there was I just went back to I'm not going to fight one here, but I'll just kind of show you what I did here. So we kept Kymar in the lead, and I rebuilt Kale so he can hit a little bit harder. He's now at 100% crit rate, a lot more crit damage on him now. He's not in lifesteal anymore. I took him out of my clan boss team, so he's in gear for the arena now. And I did bring Gorgorab back into my team because he has the attack up on his turn meter boost. He's right around 220 speed now. With Kymar's 30% speed lead, we usually can go first. So now what we're doing is we're doing attack up on Gorgorab with turn meter boost. We're doing the defense down with War Maiden, and then we are dropping the nuke with Kale and hopefully killing everyone. That's kind of the game plan, how that works now. And when I'm not using Kymar, I'll swap up Gorgorab into lead. I'll bring in Infernal Baroness for a second nuke in case I'm afraid, you know, Kale won't be able to kill everyone. But if we have Kymar in there, we also have that buff removal ability and that sleep, which can be very helpful against some of these teams that you go up against in Bronze. Like tonight, I was going up against teams that were like 150k power with, you know, Lord Shazar and Duchess, and it's just crazy what's going on in Arena right now. But we're doing what we can to try to advance, and we're going to need to be able to farm Arena a little bit to get those points for the Arena tournament that will most likely occur. So we're trying to get that team up and going and trying to get a couple more wins. You can see here our win rates back up around 70%, which not amazing, but for right now we'll take what we can get because Arena has become very difficult in Raid Shadow Legends recently. So, but anyways, guys, hope you found this video helpful. If you're thinking about going after the Fusion as a free-to-play or a low-spend account, it's going to be all about hoarding your resources. And like I said, this is, I think, one of the first times we've had so much notice on a Fusion event coming in. I'm personally very tired of the Fusion events. On my main account, I've gotten all of them going back to, I can't even, I think it was Elgato. Ever since then, I've got every single Fusion since Elgato, and I'm just like burned out on it. I'm so tired of having to just stop everything and just go after that Fusion nonstop. But now we actually do have advanced warning on it, so there's plenty of time to get ready. Hopefully it'll be easy for us to get here, and we will try our best to get it. Depending on what epic champions they bring out with the Fusion as well, maybe we'll decide just to go for one of those. We'll see what happens, but I'm kind of excited to finally try to go for a guaranteed legendary on the account, and we're just going to do our best to save all resources for the next 2 weeks. So I will keep that updated in the free-to-play Friday series so you guys can kind of follow along, and then once we get into the Fusion, we'll try to keep track of the events so that we can go for Underpriest Brogni and see what happens there. So anyways, guys, if you have any questions about anything you saw in the video, feel free to leave it down below, and I will do my best to get to that. Actually, I forgot something. Let me tell you one other thing real quick. before I get to my outro. I mentioned the champion chase and the champion training. The other thing you're going to want to do, in addition to saving up your potions, is keep your XP brews. You see up here on top, we actually have a pretty good amount stored away right now. We're not going to be using those at all in the next 2 weeks. We're going to try to get as many of those saved up as possible. We can get those also from that daily gift pack we get sometimes. So we're going to do our best to save up all of our brews so that when we do get into that champion training event, we'll have those that we'll be able to use to level up anything. You know, if we want to level up those rare and those epic champions to use in the fusion, we're going to have that resource to do as well. So one other thing I forgot to mention, I wanted to make sure I got that before I ended the video, so sorry about the going out of order there, but that's kind of what I wanted to discuss there. But like I said, guys, if you have any questions about anything you saw in the video, feel free to leave them down below in the comments, and I'll do my best to get to those as soon as I can. As always, I hope you found the video helpful. I hope you guys are having a great day. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll see you again next time.